So we went to visit Elora and I loved it so much. Elora is a beautiful town in Wellington County, Ontario. It's known for its breathtaking gorge, unique limestone architecture, and many boutiques, and of course, the Elora Mill, one of the most comfortable and luxurious hotels I've ever stayed at. We got to Elora by car with a friend, and it took us about 1.5 hours from Toronto to get there on a Sunday. It was a brisk ride with lovely rural sceneries of cornfields and farms. By the way, you can also take the GO train to Guelph, which takes about 1.5 hours, and from there you can continue your journey via Uber. Only around 8,000 people live in Elora, and that's what makes it so quiet and so relaxing. Check-in at the hotel, Elora Mill, was at about 3 p.m., so we first got some lunch here at the Elora Brewing Company. They brew their own beer here and have a nice selection of beers. And we got a plate of yummy chicken wings and chicken parm to share. We didn't want to eat too much because we had a big dinner coming up that night. Shortly after lunch, the hotel told us that we could check in, so we dropped our bags there. And then we were off to check out the gorgeous Elora Gorge and town. And we had about 2 hours left before sunset. The gorge is accessible from Victoria Park, which is only about a 5-minute walk away from Elora Mill. Everything is really close nearby. You can also access the map of Elora right here. We walked uphill a bit and a signage pointed us to the Gorge Trail right here, Upper Grand Gorge Trail. And over here is one of the entrances to Victoria Park. So let's take a closer look at the map. There are also other entrances and exits. So this one here and another one up here. So we walked through here and later on we'd come out the other end. So this park, guys, is really different from all the other parks I've been to so far. I mean, just look at the trees. They're so tall and dense. And I almost felt like I was walking into a Hansel and Gretel forest. And by the way, you really need to watch your step here because of the uneven ground. There are tree roots popping up and some occasional pipes. But this park is really magical, I would say. Our first glimpse at the Grand River right at the foot of Elora Mill Hotel. There it is. So over there on the left side, that is Elora Mill. And on the next day, we're actually gonna have breakfast there. Right behind one of those glass windows you can see there. And you can just hear the water rushing through and just feels so peaceful and quiet. Walking on through the thick woods and down there through the trees, you can already see the gorge. We'll get a closer look later on. So it was pretty quiet on that Sunday. There were almost no people. There were only a few other people besides us, which was really nice. And now walking to one of the iconic sites called the Lover's Leap. Now this is a really beautiful spot, but it's a bit of a tragic story. They contrived the story of a heartbroken Indigenous maiden who leapt from its heights in despair at news of her true love's death. That being said, sad story aside, this was the perfect spot to take pictures. It's a beautiful view and you can see the gorge really close up from here. You could even just grab a coffee and sit over here and sip your coffee while enjoying the view of the gorge and just relax. So walking on over here, you can see what's called the David Street Bridge. And this bridge was built in 1868. And this is also one of the more popular sites in Elora. We walked back to Elora Mill and walked to this bridge, Victoria Street Walking Bridge, also a very popular spot for photo taking. Traveling is just so much fun, and pretty soon I'm going to travel again, this time to Indonesia and Turkey. The only thing is that when I'm traveling overseas, usually I can't watch my favorite shows because they're geo-restricted. But I just found out that I can continue watching them simply by using a VPN. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, and the one I'm using and totally love is CyberGhost VPN. When your VPN is on, your IP address is hidden, making you anonymous on the web. It's as though you're browsing from different locations. All your traffic on the internet goes through an encrypted VPN tunnel, so you're protected from hackers who want to steal your data. Also, CyberGhost has a no logs policy, so no one will know about your online activity. With CyberGhost VPN, you can also access geo-block content, movies, series that are available in other countries on over 40 streaming services, including Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and many more. You can also use CyberGhost VPN to find the cheapest hotel and flight deals, as depending on the country you browse from, you'll oftentimes get shown different prices. It's very easy to use and great for beginners. Just change your online location in 3 clicks. And their 24/7 customer support is there if you ever need help. CyberGhost VPN has over 38 million users and has an excellent rating on Trustpilot. If you sign up for CyberGhost right now, using my link in the descriptions, it will only cost you $2.03 per month. And you also get 4 months for free, the best deal ever. And you can save even more money by sharing your CyberGhost VPN subscription with your family and friends, as it covers up to 7 devices. And it works on most operating platforms, including Windows, Mac OS, Linux, iOS, Android, Smart TV, and even gaming consoles. There's no risk in trying out CyberGhost VPN, as there's a 45-day money-back guarantee. Click on my link in the descriptions and try it out. So we crossed the bridge, and from this side we could see Elora Mill from far, and it looks really beautiful, the stone architecture, and it looks so cozy from over here, so just wait until you see the inside. Walking back into town, most of the restaurants and shops are on Mill Street here, and they're all just lovely. And right across the street, there are a few shops nestled. You can get some snacks here, burgers, ice cream, and some really nice boutiques. And I really love these 2 boutiques here called Arya Boutique. There's a shop for her on the left and one for him on the right side. Really a great idea. So let's go inside. The Arya Boutique for her has a really stylish range of clothing, accessories, and shawls. I actually bought a shawl here. I'll show it to you in a moment. And also soaps and lotions. And this is the shawl that I bought in that store, and I really love it. Also hats and socks, wallets. And the guy's shop, Arya Boutique for him. The guy's version looked a bit more sparse than the girl's one, but still very interesting. Next to it, also a household apparel store with lots and lots of Christmas decor, as we went there end of last year. Also a lot of cookware, and it was just such a nice vibe in this store. Moving on, back on Mill Street, it's getting a tiny bit dark. And also note here that many cafes and shops close at around 4 p.m. I know that's really early. So if you want to make most of your trip, it's really a good idea to arrive here before lunch, because that gives you at least 3 hours of daytime, especially in the winter, to explore everything. Also cinema, the Gorge Cinema, Priscilla's playing, and a small park. I wonder where all the people are. There were almost no people on the streets. And another ice cream shop, Sweet Distractions. Really tempting, but since we had that big dinner coming up tonight, we really didn't want to stuff ourselves, so maybe next time. More shops over here. Canadian Diamonds. The Fromagerie. And this year, the Granary is the event hall of Elora Mill. It's usually used for weddings and also other events, formal occasions. It's definitely a beautiful place to get married. So going back to the hotel now to get ready. And I must say, the hotel was really the highlight of our trip. And the heated pool too. I'll show you all of that in a moment. I mean, just look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? Walking into the lobby, it's just splendid. I really love the architecture with the stone walls and the wood beams, and I was quietly hoping that our room would also look like this. And I was really impressed by the staff because they were genuinely friendly. So we got our keys, went to the elevator up to the 4th floor, and we were really lucky because we got a room at the end of the hall and it had the perfect view. Okay, I'll show you the view in a bit. First, let's explore the room. So over here, a closet with everything you need: an iron board, safe, really plush, soft bathrobes, and extra pillows, and enough room to store your luggage in. And next to this huge mirror here, there's a little pantry with an espresso machine. So there's coffee, also decaf, and some tea from the brand Sloan. It tastes so good. Complimentary water still, as well as sparkling, and I really love that they did that. So now to the view. A straight-on view to the beautiful rushing gorge, and we could also see the pool deck from here. Do you see it over there on the right side? Yes, we'll be going there the next day. For now, we can see people dipping into the hot water. So what I love about this room, so first of all, it really met our expectations. Style-wise, it really looked like in the lobby with the wood beams. But the great thing was that because it was on the 4th floor, the ceiling was super high. It must be like 5 meters or so. And it was also quite spacious. A flat screen, yeah, that's pretty standard, but there was also a fireplace. And the bed. The bed was so cozy. So I'm not someone who usually sleeps very well in a new place, but here it was just so comfortable and I slept like a baby. But really nothing could top the bathroom. The bathroom was just amazing. Stepping into the bathroom, I could immediately feel the heated floor with the beautiful tiling. And this huge freestanding bathtub, which yes, also had a view to the gorge. And everything was just so clean, it was spotless. A separate toilet and shower, which I really liked. The shower had seating, in case you want to spend more time there, I guess. And this really pretty brass colored shower. And of course, because Elora Mill has their own spa, their body wash, shampoo, everything was of really great quality. It had a pleasant smell, but it wasn't overwhelming in any way. And of course, body lotion and hand soap, which also smelled awesome, so I took those home. But nothing could top the bath salts of Elora Mill's own brand. It had sage and Siberian fir in it. An extra blanket in case you still feel cold. So I just wish that we had much more time here to enjoy the hotel. But we'll definitely be back someday, I'm sure. There I am sipping my coffee at the Nook. So by the way, we were invited here to Elora by my husband's office. They were hosting a year-end party. Otherwise, it would have been so expensive. I think a room such as this one would have easily cost us anywhere from $700 to $800, including breakfast perhaps. So I really can't wait to show you the pool, but we'll get to that in a moment. But first, yes, we just had to visit the Elora Mill restaurant downstairs to just get another coffee and just check it out and see what the atmosphere was like. So this is the Elora Mill restaurant. You can have lunch here or dinner, but we just wanted to have a cup of coffee and that was fine. And also breakfast next morning was going to be downstairs, which was also wonderful. Yes, we'll also get to that. They have dessert here, so you can just pop in and have a coffee and some cake. You don't really have to have a full meal and just sit here and enjoy the fireplace. There were even better seats near the window, but understandably we didn't get a seat there because we were just having coffee. And the coffee tasted really good, by the way. So next day, breakfast time. Breakfast was served downstairs in the restaurant, the Elora Mill restaurant, and this time, yes, we got seating next to the window. The buffet was great, the quality was very good. Not that many choices, but I think just enough. It was perfect. You had a bit of everything, some fruit, some eggs, some muffins, pastries, bacon. Yes, the bacon was cooked perfectly. Everything was just very delicious. But the best thing about breakfast, yes, again, was the view. So this is where we sat near the window and this was our view. I think we spent almost 2 hours at breakfast because we just enjoyed it so much. Just sitting here, relaxing, taking our time, sipping our third coffee or so while enjoying the splendid view. And there are also seatings on the inner side here, by the way, but I guess no one wanted to sit here. I mean, why would you? So there you can see the pool, and yes, we're going to head there in a moment. So great thing also, because it was a Monday, we got a late checkout at 11:30. That was just enough time for us to dip into the pool. Outside, it was about 0 degrees, but it didn't deter us at all from hopping into the pool. So now walking into the spa, the access to the pool is through the spa. And by the way, if you want to use the spa services, you need to have an appointment first. Walking through the beautifully decorated long hallway, and we were greeted there and asked to change into these slippers. And first of all, we were given a tour through the spa. Really nice. So they had this tea room at the end of the spa with a selection of teas, self-service, and cookies. And getting changed now. Bathrobes and towels are provided here, by the way. And it was so quiet. I think it was just me and maybe 1 or 2 other people here. There was also a steam room, which I didn't get to use. Yeah, so don't I just look too happy here? Outside on the deck, there's a dispenser with hot apple cider with honey, and it was just so yummy. It was such a nice contrast to the chilly air sitting here on the deck, freezing a bit and sipping this hot apple cider. It was just perfect. I could stay here forever. So first of all, we dipped into this larger pool. The water here was not really hot, but it was pretty warm, so we weren't freezing here at all. We just waited for a bit because there were already a couple of people in the hot tub at the front. Yes, that is the popular spot. That is where you want to be. But after a while, 10 minutes or so, we finally saw those people leaving, and we went into the hot tub at the corner. And yes, when I left the large pool to get into the hot tub, it was so cold, but it was really a nice feeling. So we dipped into the hot tub, and it was just so nice. So here at the corner, we really had a nice view. We had a view of the Elora Mill Hotel and also of the gorge. So we just stayed here for a while, enjoyed a little bit more of the apple cider, and just closed our eyes here and relaxed and enjoyed the hot water bubbling. And it was nearing 11 a.m. So time to go. And then in the last 10 minutes or so, we headed over to the tea room. And we had that yummy Sloan tea and those delicious chocolate chip cookies. Enjoying the last minutes of the gorge. It's just such a nice and relaxing feeling to get away from the big city, which is Toronto, where we live in, for a while and just take our time, relax, and do nothing. Now, before heading back to Toronto, we did get a chance to visit this popular place, the Friendly Society, and this time, luckily, it was not that crowded, although we didn't have a reservation. The 2 of us and 2 colleagues got seating here. I really love the quaint decoration and the cozy corners. Because all of us were so full from breakfast, we just shared this awesome charcuterie plate and some butterfly shrimps and also some coffees. And yeah, the food was really good. And now it was time to head back to Toronto. And I know there were still many things that we didn't check out. For example, the Center for the Arts, the Farmers Market, some churches, and also the raceway. Yes, there's actually a raceway there. But I guess that will be something for next time. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Also, don't forget to check out CyberGhost VPN. Click on my link in the descriptions below to get their awesome deal for just $2.03 per month plus 4 months free. This application will protect your data while you browse and give you full access to all blocked content on the internet. And if you change your mind for whatever reason, you can get your money back within 45 days. So there's no risk. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you pretty soon in the next video. Bye.